Колеги, продовжуємо робочий день. Про діяльність спеціальної моніторингової місії ОБСЄ. Деякі спробують.
Alexander will try to provide information on the agreements reached in Minsk. I would like to invite the Deputy Chief Monitor of the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission in Ukraine, Mr. Alexander Hag.
Dear media, welcome to the regular weekly update of the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission to Ukraine. As always, thank you for coming here today, and thanks also to the Ukrainian Crisis Media Center for hosting us this week once again. As you will have heard a few moments ago, in Minsk, a package in support of the implementation of the Minsk agreements has been agreed. The OSCE Special Monitoring Mission here in Ukraine welcomes the signature to this package, which will help and which we are positive to achieve a truce which will lead to a stabilization of the situation in Ukraine. With its very broad mandate, the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission stands ready to take on the tasks that are foreseen in this package, and the mission, already present in the area, stands ready to support the immediate implementation of that package that is based on the Minsk documents that have been agreed last year. We are confident that this package will help to prevent the incidents that we have seen in the past days, such as on Tuesday in Kramatorsk and yesterday in Donetsk city, where again innocent civilians died. The OSCE Special Monitoring Mission believes that the will expressed by the signature in Minsk to this package today will ensure that there are the tools available now, finally, to have a ceasefire in place that is holding, to withdraw the weapons, and to give the civilian population in the area affected by the conflict a period of tranquility so that they can find the space they need now to get back to normality. I would also like to inform you that in the precursor time to this important development, the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission has continued to monitor the situation on the ground, and apart from the incidents that you have seen in our daily and spot reporting, we have also been active supporting and monitoring the evacuation of civilians, and in particular last Friday, the evacuations of civilians out of Debaltseve, which included several hundred civilians, including at least 100 children. I would also like to give you an update on our current strength and our presence on the ground in Ukraine, because this is important as it will contribute to support the package that has been agreed today in Minsk, which will help to implement the Minsk agreement as agreed last year. We have at the moment 431 monitors deployed across Ukraine. The vast majority of those monitors are in eastern Ukraine, ready to take on new tasks. We have 185 Ukrainian colleagues supporting us in this endeavor. That gives a total of 672 staff to this mission, includes both Ukrainian colleagues, monitors, and additional international staff. I would also like to highlight that about 50% of our monitors have military experience in the past, which will come to the benefit of working now with the new measures included in the package that has been agreed a few moments ago in Minsk to support the implementation of the Minsk documents. Now I have to be very clear. In order for the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission to efficiently and effectively accomplish its task, it needs two specific things. It needs a safe and secure access to all areas of Ukraine, in particular in eastern Ukraine, where we are now trying to support the implementation of the Minsk agreement that has now been accompanied with a new package of measures agreed a few moments ago in neighboring Minsk. As reflected in our daily reports, we have been experiencing in the past difficulties in crossing in and out the area not controlled by the government, and we are hopeful now with this new package that we will be given more access and that we are enabled to do our job, which is not easy as a civilian unarmed observer mission. I would also like to use the opportunity to inform you that the Chief Monitor, Ambassador Apakan, and the OSCE Secretary General, Lamberto Sanier, are currently in Dnipropetrovsk as we speak, where they visit the OSCE Special Monitoring Team on the ground, as well as local interlocutors. Both colleagues, the Secretary General and the Chief Monitor, will be returning this evening, and we will be all working together to make sure that the package of measures for the implementation of the Minsk agreement can be implemented promptly and that we take off and on our tasks. This was my briefing for today, and I stand ready to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra.
Thank
so much for the update. Just a quick question about the package. So one of the points of the package says that OSCE has to monitor the withdrawal and ceasefire using all the technical equipment possible, including satellites, including radars and UAVs. So we know about UAVs. What about the radars and what about the satellites? How do you plan to use them?
Yes. Thank you very much. I would also like to use the opportunity in regard to this question to explain the different OSCE actors that are there on the ground. The OSCE Special Monitoring Mission to Ukraine is a field operation of the OSCE itself, which has its head office in Vienna, and the Secretary General coming here today is the Secretary General of the organization in total, which has several field operations, of which this is one. In addition, we have the special representative of the chairman in office, Ambassador Tagliavini, who is at the moment in Minsk with the trilateral contact group, who has supported overnight the drafting of this package of measures. Now, the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission has a very broad mandate, and it is able to work with different tools. As with the UAVs, the mission will now be looking into the proposals made in this package to use other alternative measures to enhance its efficiencies and its ability to monitor what it's been asked to do. You will understand that the high technological complexities of using satellites or radars requires careful planning, requires the respective expertise which we will now be gathering, and we will use the time that we have now before the measures are being implemented as outlined in that document. We come into force, and we are convinced that we have the capacities and we have the readiness and already the field presence to accommodate and to take on any new technology that will help us to be more efficient in our work.
Interfax Ukraine, in the document adopted in Minsk, it says that the OSCE mission must provide. The document signed in Minsk says that OSCE must provide monitoring of withdrawal of troops from demilitarized zone. How are you going to monitor the situation on occupied territories? Will it happen again that you will monitor only Ukrainian withdrawal of troops, but the access to occupied territories will not be provided to you? Thank you.
You're right. The OSCE Special Monitoring Mission is now again been asked to support the implementation of the Minsk documents, and that is in monitoring the withdrawal of all forces from the contact line. I would like to make reference to our regular reporting, our daily reporting, where we can see the detailed movement that we have seen of forces, not only on the Ukrainian side, but also on the side of those in effective control where the government has no control. We require secure access in order to be able to conduct this work. What has now been agreed in this package, including the ceasefire, will hopefully enable us to do that job. If we are not able to move freely and securely, we will report that, and it will be obvious as to where this impossibility has been encountered, and it will also be clear which side did not enable the mission to access a certain area, therefore making it impossible for the mission to monitor the withdrawal of heavy weapons, the withdrawal of armed formations. What we also need, and we're working and have always done so, very close with the Ukrainian forces, but we'll also do this on the other side to find out where at the moment the troops stand so that we can verify the withdrawal of the actual location current to then the places to where these pieces of artillery and these troops need to be withdrawn in accordance with the package of measures that support the implementation of the Minsk agreements.
Колеги, чи маємо ми ще?
Do you have any more questions, dear colleagues?
Alexander, with new updates, OSCE next Thursday, yeah? Okay. Колеги, наш наступний брифінг за
Our next briefing will take place in 5 minutes.